The Little Match Girl. One cold winter night, snow was falling all over the streets. On the deserted street there was a small girl. Her golden hair was tangled. Her bare feet were shaking from the cold. She was wearing an old thin shirt, holding a small box of matches in her hand. She walked along the street, trying to sell matches to everyone. The whole day, the little girl had not sold a single match. Adults hurried by. Everyone was busy going home, where there was warm light, hot meals, and loving hugs. But the little girl had no home to go to. No one was waiting for her. The whole day, the little girl had not sold a single match. Adults hurried by. Everyone was busy going home, where there was warm light, hot meals, and loving hugs. But the little girl had no home to go to. No one was waiting for her. The wind blew harder, the snow fell harder. Her stomach growled with hunger, her small hands numb with cold. She huddled in a corner between two houses, trying to shrink herself to be less cold. The little girl looked down at the box of matches. "Shall I strike a match and see if it makes me warmer?" She thought so and took out a match and struck it lightly. Sizzling! A small flame burst into life. The little girl felt as if she was sitting next to a glowing fireplace. The fire gave off warmth, making her feel more comfortable. She stretched out her small hands to warm them, but after a while the flame went out, and in front of her was only cold white snow. The little girl quickly struck another match. This time, in the bright yellow light, she saw a large dining table with all kinds of delicious dishes. Golden roast chicken, hot bread, fragrant soup. The little girl was so hungry, she reached out to grab a piece of cake, but poof! The light suddenly went out, leaving only the cold night. The little girl was not discouraged. She struck another match. Before her eyes appeared a beautiful Christmas tree, decorated with sparkling balls and bright ribbons. On top of the tree was a bright, sparkling star. "Oh, how beautiful!" the little girl exclaimed. But then the pine tree disappeared, leaving only darkness. The little girl trembled and struck another match. This time, she saw a kind-hearted grandmother with a kind face and a gentle smile. "Grandma!" The little girl cried out happily. The grandmother opened her arms and hugged her, as warm as before. Afraid that the grandmother would disappear again, the little girl quickly struck all the remaining matches. In the dazzling light, the grandmother held the little girl in her arms, and together they flew high, flying to a place where there was no more cold, no more hunger, only joy and love. The next morning, when everyone woke up, they saw the little girl lying quietly in the corner of the wall, her lips smiling. The little girl was no longer cold, no more hunger, because she had flown to heaven with her grandmother, a place filled with light and eternal happiness.